Welcome to Networking Arizona with host Carol Blonder. You'll hear interviews with businesses located throughout the valley. Networking, it makes a difference.
If I traded it all.
Welcome to the show, everyone. We've got a little tiny bit of nice weather with us right now, and I love networking, and I've made it possible for everybody to talk about themselves. If you want to get heard on the show, just give us a call here at the station at 602-277-5369. We'll get you hooked up with me so you can get yourself heard on Networking Arizona. I'm going to go right in with my first guest, who is Matt Matza, if I said that correctly. He is the Executive Vice President to Visio Lending. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Carol. Thanks for having us on today. I appreciate it.
I am so excited to have you on here. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about what it is that you do.
Absolutely. So our company is called Visio Lending, and we are a mortgage lender, but we specialize only in investors who own rental properties. So as people have kind of increased their appetite for owning real estate and rental properties across the country, we try to fill the void and help provide credit and capital for those folks to expand their landlord business, if you will.
Well, now let's see. What are you seeing in the marketplace right now?
Yeah, so I think, really since we'll call it the Great Recession, we've seen an increased rentership number throughout the country. I think everybody's fairly familiar with the reduction in home ownership rates across the country, and that's really from a variety of factors. As we think about it, it's difficult to buy a home. Credit markets are tough. You still have delays in household formation, and there's demographic and socioeconomic changes that are making renters and renting a home a much more attractive opportunity. And because of that, you've seen an emergence of, we'll call it a landlord class, folks who own 1, 2, 3, 30, 50 rental properties. They own these in markets across the country, and where we try to, fit in is to provide, mortgage finance, long-term finance for those folks. It's attractive, real estate's attractive for a variety of reasons to our investors, many of which like the current income aspect of it or the overall, wealth creation over time. And so we try to help them achieve their goals by providing debt capital to them.
Well, we have a lot of investors that listen to this show. A lot of people out here, especially here in Arizona. There is a lot of rental property here. And your website is Visio, V-I-S-I-O lending.com. You can help anyone from anywhere?
So we're based in Austin, Texas, but we lend in about 34, 35 states across the country. Arizona is kind of on the map of growth, so we don't lend in Arizona today, but you can go to our website and there's kind of a loan selector and you can see if we lend in your state. We certainly want to be in Arizona in the very near future. Kind of in the western U.S., we lend in Washington, Utah, Colorado, Texas, and kind of east. But we're looking to expand relatively rapidly because we think the market there is certainly robust. It
is, but there's a lot of people who own property from if they like to be rental owners, they rent them, they have them from all over.
That's
not
correct.
necessarily exactly. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, you hit the nail on the head there. So many of our investors own properties across geographies. So to the extent they might live in Arizona, they might be retired in Arizona, but own rental properties across the country. We'd certainly like to talk to them. To date we've been doing this for a while now. I call it 5 or 6 years, and we're closing in on 4,000 loans made to date. So we've built a pretty big system to kind of satisfy those investor needs. Our mantra really at Visio is fast, simple, and dependable, and we try to do these loans in, call it 20 business days, which is, if you've dealt with a traditional bank or otherwise, that sounds incredibly fast. But we've built a system to try to, hit investors' needs there.
Well, congratulations on that. They say they're fast, simple, and dependable. Their phone number is 888-521-0353, and the website is Visio, V-I-S-I-O lending.com. So why did you focus on the landlord space?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. For us, there's about a little over 15 million single-family rentals in the U.S., and that's grown about 35% over the last, call it, 5 to 7 years. So we've seen this emergence of single-family rental properties, and the reality is those are not owned by the large institutions. I mean, certainly there are large institutions that own a concentrated amount of those, but the vast majority are owned by what we call kind of the local semi-professional real estate investor, professional real estate investor, mom and pop who owns, as we said, kind of 2 to 50 of these. And that's where we wanted to spend our time. Those are folks who we knew how the asset class reacts. It's a very fragmented marketplace, and we saw an opportunity to help deliver a product. And today our flagship product is called the Rental 360, and it's a 30-year term loan. Looks kind of like your traditional mortgage, more or less, but it's available for investors. And we've been very pleasantly surprised with the reaction in the marketplace thus far.
So what has it been?
Well, I'd say it's been very positive. We introduced this loan last September, and I'd say, from us, our production kind of grows, for the most part, month over month as we move into new markets and create word of mouth. One thing we're very proud of here at Visio is a little over half of our business comes from repeat investors every month, which, for us validates the service that we're delivering to them and the product itself in the marketplace. It allows folks who are either looking to buy a rental property, or most of our business comes from folks who already own rental properties, and they're looking to unlock some capital to expand their rental property portfolio and then subsequently buy more and more rental homes. And that's our prime kind of, investor for us. We want somebody who owns 5 to 10 of these rental homes, and we want to help provide capital for them so they can continue to expand their portfolio and buy 15, 20, or 30 rental homes.
Well, when you're working with somebody, especially if it's from another state like this, do you do free consultations with people?
We do. So we have a team of account executives that people can reach. So if you go to our website and fill out a form, or you can call the phone number that you referenced earlier, you'll get a dedicated account executive, and they're going to talk to you about your investment needs, the property, what your strategy is. Most of our investors have various strategies. Some like to do fix and flip homes. Some like to build more rental portfolios. We really specialize on the rental portfolios, but our dedicated account reps will take time and talk to you, free of charge, of course, and work through the entire system. And if it's something you want to move forward with, to put a loan in place, we've, as I said, kind of built the system so you just deal with one person here in-house, and we handle all the processing, closing, et cetera. But we've got, account executives that can help and call it the consultative aspect of it.
Now, that means that you do these free consultations with an account executive. That phone number to call is area code 888 521-0353. It's Visio, V-I-S-I-O Lending.com. And, how does somebody, when they're because this is a lot, when they want, you've got a lot of information here in terms of the rental 360. How do they get involved with that?
Sure. So I think the best way, our website, we've designed to be as user-friendly as possible. So if they log onto the website, it actually has what we refer to as a kind of a dynamic loan selector that has drop-down menus. And if you remember when you were, kids, you fill out these Mad Libs, and it's kind of a fill in the blank, and each time it kind of has a tree of options that goes down off it. So from a user standpoint, it's quite easy. And then it brings to the forefront what the ideal loan program is for you. If you don't want to call somebody and you just want to run some scenarios throughout it, it lets you work through things based on, is this a purchase? Is it a refinance? How much do I think my home is worth? What do I think the rent is? And then we've got a bunch of systems that are running in the back end to make it very simple for somebody, and it has fairly easy outputs for people to understand. So I would direct people to the website. Or as you said, feel free to call the number. Somebody will answer that and walk you through all the different steps and processes. Part of it is kind of an education of the process itself, and we try to make it, finance and debt can be, scary to certain folks. We try to make it as simple as possible.
Well, that website is visiolending.com. And again, you can call them. They do a free consultation. You're going to get an account executive that's going to talk to you a little bit about it. They make it fast, simple, and dependable. Their phone number is toll-free 888-521-0353, and it's visiolending.com. We have less than 30, we don't even have it. We're going to have to come back sometime and talk to us about how you're expanding. Give them a call, especially those. We have a lot of investors out here. We have a lot of them, and if you're here and you own property from anywhere else, they can help you real easily, and they make it fast, simple, and dependable. Again, it's visiolending.com and toll free 888-521-0353.